Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about warm winter wear. This is for anybody who's going to be freezing their huckleberries off in Twig, Minnesota, Alaska, or northern Canada, working as a truck driver or maybe as a bus driver. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Warm winter wear. 2 golden rules of working in sub-zero temperatures. First of all, make sure you have lots of layers on because you can take it off, and if you don't have it, you can't put it back on. The next one is you need to stay warm, not try to get warm after you've got cold, because if you get cold and try to get warm, the chances of that happening are nigh impossible. Now, minimum 3 layers when you're dressing for sub-zero temperatures, and I'm talking minus 20 degrees Celsius or anything below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. The first layer is going to be your socks and your thermal underwear, long johns, and a thermal shirt. A t-shirt will work in a pinch, but this is the most important layer because it's going to whisk the perspiration away from your body. If you start sweating a lot and that perspiration doesn't get away from your body, that's what causes you to get cold, is because the water gets cold and it freezes next to your body. So invest in thermal underwear if you don't invest in anything else. The next layer, pants, shirt. Scarf here, you don't want a scarf because it could endanger you and get wrapped up into things and whatnot. Fourth layer is going to be a fleece, a jacket, snow pants, maybe another pair of socks, a pair of wool socks, and mitts. I have an outer shell mitt and then I have an inner mitten, and I find that gloves don't work for me, so those mitts work really well. Maybe a ski jacket underneath, and then the outer layer, this shell has to be windproof and it has to be waterproof, because if you're throwing chains on a truck, you're going to be under there, it's going to be crap dripping off onto you. So you want it waterproof and you want it windproof, because if the wind is blowing, it's going to cut right through you, and that again is what's going to make you cold. So you want to wear an outer shell that is going to keep you warm. To get more great driving information and to become part of the Smarter Driver community, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want great information on driving a truck as a career and getting your CDL license, click the link up in the corner and head over to the Smart Drive Test website. Now, some of this, unfortunately, is going to run into a fair bit of money for you, but invest in good clothing. Some of this I've built up over the years, camping and expedition canoeing and working outside and those types of things. You know, good winter boots are going to cost you $200 at least. Thermal coveralls are going to cost you $200 or $300. So think about those things. Maybe you can pick some of this stuff up at a secondhand shop, or you can buy it online. Lots of local eBays and Craigslist and those types of things. And then finally, if you get really cold and you're working in super sub-zero temperatures, you want to get some of those chemical heat packets that you can put in your boots as well, and in your mitts and gloves, and keep your hands, the outer extremities warm. But you want to have lots of layers on your torso. And again, just to reiterate, lots of layers, because you can take it off. You can't put it back on if you don't have it. And then finally, don't try and get warm after you've been cold. And again, ski goggles. I know that, maybe that seems like an expense, but if the wind is howling and the snow is blowing and it's cutting into your face and it's sub-zero temperatures, minus 30, minus 40, you don't want any of your skin exposed, because you'll risk getting frostbite, and you don't want to get frostbite because you could potentially end up in the hospital. For the winter driving playlist, click here to subscribe, click here. And remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.